Your link to education across the South. 103.9 on 103.9 Voice FM.
Anyway, good afternoon, gentlemen. Are you okay?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, nice to see you.
You've had, I'm not going to lie, you've had a hot, busy time down, so we're going to go easy with you.
It was a hot drive. It was definitely a hot drive.
Where'd you come from, lads?
Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
Brighton, wow.
That's right. Brighton.
Nice.
We haven't got any aircon.
We've got windows basically that wind down, so yeah, it's rubbish.
That's it, exactly. So we've worked out a system where basically you lean your hands slightly out of the window and then deflect it. You've done the deflection thing?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you know with a hand, it's sort of like a fin out the side of the window.
Yep.
I wish I'd learned that technique when I had my Ford Escort. That would have made journeys down to Newquay so much more bearable.
It does.
Yeah.
We've worked out the technique.
Yeah,
And you can also do that thing of, obviously, once one hand's been out there for a while, it gets a bit cold, so you can adopt the forehead position as well, just for a little residual coolness. Yeah.
And then put the other hand out.
Yeah, and put the other one. I mean, it looks a bit awkward.
You've got to remember that you've got to steer and drive the thing.
I don't drive, so I'm, I have both hands. I'm all about the keeping cool. Anyway, let's try and keep on.
About you.
Yeah,
more about the vinyls.
Exactly. We'll try and keep on track at least for a few minutes. We're gonna have a couple of songs from you this afternoon.
That's right.
I've already found out there is one exclusive, which we're looking forward to.
Yes.
We're going to play the new single a little bit later in the show. We will, at some point, I'm not promising when, we will remember to do all the plugs and stuff. But if anyone's...
We've done the pre-production briefing, haven't we, lads?
So it will probably, as always happens, we'll forget about it, we'll talk about rubbish, and then about 5 minutes before the end, there'll be a lot of information to take in one time. But that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's right.
But the single's out now, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but it's from an EP. Give us a little heads up on the EP and when's it coming out?
Well, effectively, it's actually been out for a while.
That's good. Good research.
We're not doing a standard kind of. We're not doing a standard kind of EP release, big sort of do about it, party, everyone sort of celebrate. We just really wanted to do 2 downloads that kind of represent our sound, represent where we're going. And we just wanted to put them out free, really, and just get people to hear them. So the first one we recorded in London, in Wood Green, with the same guy that did, I don't know if you're Billy Bragg fans.
Oh, yeah.
But the guy that produced ours is a guy called Kenny Jones, not the same guy as the Small Faces drummer. There is a confusion there. No, this guy, and he did Billy Bragg's first albums and a few other things, and with the Smiths and things. And he had that 80s vibe going for us, which we thought we'd try out. And we did 2 songs, and one of them was Victoria, the other is Hurry. Victoria, I know you've seen the video, Jules.
I have.
You've seen the video, that's right.
Yep, I've seen it as well. Yeah.
You've seen the video as well, wonderful. Well, we did recently do a video, and for those of you listening who haven't yet seen the video, you do need to go to YouTube and check out the Vinyls video for Victoria. Just type the Vinyls Victoria and it will definitely come up very, very shortly. And there's nothing quite like it, really. It's sort of made of food.
It's great.
Yeah.
It makes people hungry as well to watch.
Yeah, it is. I mean, with something like... We'll talk about it a little bit now.
Yeah.
Where did the idea for that even come from?
For the video?
Yeah, for, playing with food.
Actually, the weird thing is, I originally had another idea. It was a bit weird.
As opposed to playing with food.
As opposed to playing with food, which was even weirder. And originally our idea, what was it? It was we were going to get clips of
British sitcoms and stuff, and they were going to be mouthing the same words as the lyrics. We were trying to fit them in time, kind of stuff.
Right.
That's a good idea.
We say, it sounds good. Yeah, don't work. Let me tell you, don't do it. Anyone listening thinks it's not a good idea. I spent 4 months. I got halfway through. I was going through episodes of Casualty from the 1980s, trying to get a bit of that Charlie bloke who can't act, trying to get a bit of that Charlie bloke to talk for like one word, and then you can imagine because of course you can't watch it because the lyrics are coming quite quickly, and it just turned into this visual disaster. And after 4 months, it sort of became one of those situations where we'd invested so much time into it that we thought, no, we'll get to the end. We won't give up. And I was standing in the kitchen one day. I thought, do you know what? I'll show somebody else what they think of this. And I showed one of my schoolmates came down. I thought, see what you think. Someone with fresh eyes who hadn't seen it before. And they said, yeah, mate, you can't watch it. It's unwatchable. This idea's rubbish. So in that moment we thought, right, we better come up with a new idea. And I'm in the kitchen making some fish or something. And I thought, why don't we just do something where we use food to make the lyrics of the song?
Have you ever found in general that if you come up with a song idea or some lyrics and you haven't got a pen to hand, you do think about maybe just writing it out
In food?
Yeah, in ketchup.
No, but that's a
sauce.
good idea. I'll get some fish sticks and wherever I go, just in case,
Exactly, why not?
Paint it out in hummus,
Yeah.
Bring it to rehearsal,
Bit of cucumber rater, Why not?
In case anyone hasn't seen the video and is completely lost at the moment, this will all become.
This is painting a good picture for it.
This will become clear when you look. Now, as you say, you can look it up on YouTube. We will also do our bit. We'll put it up on our Facebook page a bit later, because I don't like to pressure myself. We've got plenty to do this afternoon. But we'll put that up there. We'll get out, and then you can see, you can decide in your own heads whether or not 4 months they should have put in another couple, seeing how the sitcom idea went, or whether they did take the best option of playing with it. I think they probably did.
Well, we finished it, so in that sense, it's a better option.
Well, yeah.
That's
the right road to take.
That's true.
Yeah.
However, I just like to throw out there.
Inspired me in a new way of writing down lyrics as well. I might use some ketchup.
Anyone who
does pen to hand
does want to pursue the sitcom idea in future, the young ones and bottom, pretty much. I can
did do both of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could probably help out with most of that.
There was a lot of Rick Mail in it. Yeah.
I could with Bottom as well. Yeah,
and they speak quite fast as well. So it's just an idea. I'm not saying you're a quitter, but I'm just. So could have gone further with it. But we'll play another song now, because we like to let them, get ready for these kind of bed in. That's the one. Yeah, and then we'll have the first of live songs in just a couple of seconds. Is that good with you?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, nice. Wonderful. Well, we're going to have a little bit of Patrick Duff, former lead singer with Strangelove. We're going to have our first song of the afternoon from the Vinyls. This, if I'm right, if I wrote it down right, this is from the EP. But that's what they're here for. They should introduce it to. So over to you guys.
All right. Well, as you rightly said, this is a song called "Hurry." This is the second track on the EP. And it's sort of a bit of a sort of slightly sad song about a person who's, I guess, trying to keep a woman away from him because he's a bit of a bad person and she shouldn't stay anywhere near. Here we go. See the best in everyone you meet, but still, although I must confess, you're sweet but so naive. Do you really think if I fall apart that you can come and fix me up? Do you really think we better run for your life and hurry and forget you ever loved me? 'Cause how could you ever want me when I always destroy everything I love and bury all the hope that you have for me? 'Cause that just makes me sorry when I always destroy everything I love. You may think you know me well, but when will you accept how long it is before you tell you're dangerously out of your depth? Do you really think if I fall apart that you can come and fix me up? Do you really think you better run for your life and hurry and forget you ever loved me? 'Cause how could you ever want me when I always destroy everything I love and bury all the hope that you have for me? 'Cause that just makes me sorry when I always destroy everything I love. Don't ever kid yourself with me, you may find beneath this cool facade the lust I tend aside. 'Cause how can you still believe you're any different to if I fall apart, that you can come and fix me up? Do you really think if I fall apart? And hurry and forget you ever loved me, 'cause how could you ever want me when I always destroy everything I love, and bury all the hopes that you have for me, 'cause they just make me sorry when I always destroy everything I love, everything I love.
Excellent stuff. Our first song from the vinyls this afternoon. And if you're trying to place the percussion instrument,
Yes,
then
I wanted to get onto that.
yeah, we'll ask them about that a little bit, because I went for a couple of nights in Brighton the other week, and there was an exhibit down.
It's quite
on
symbolic
Brighton.
of your hometown.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, well, because they're kind of listening now, we'll put this out there.
Okay.
We won't say exactly what this is we're talking about, but I'm sure they can guess based on what they've. I've got slightly weird looks here. We'll go with it. If they were to create an album cover to go at said exhibit, because you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I do. Oh,
Then
yes.
have a little think about it, and we'll decide what one that is. They're looking at me blankly. What I'll do is when we play the song, I'll explain to them, just because they don't seem to understand at the moment. But we're gonna have another song from them in a second, which is an exclusive. I just like to say, I have a feeling that it's so exclusive it may only be a week or two old, in fact, and that is the way we like it, because there are going to be very few people who have heard this just yet. But next we're going to have well, I played this, well, I can't remember if you were here or not, because you got here a little bit.
No. This is actually a new song. This is a song called This Party, and we thought we'd play something a bit well, no one's really exclusive. It's an exclusive song to Voice FM. It's we haven't done any recordings of it, and we've not played it at any gigs at all. It just tells the story of this girl that goes to a party, and she has an argument with a boyfriend, and she doesn't want to go to the party, and she thinks he's gone off there to get off with some other girl. And well, I'll play the song, and you can see what happens.
Excellent.
As she crashes in through the door, it's been an hour since the argument was fought. She knows that he must be inside, so she readies herself that he's with someone else as these words creep through her mind. I don't want to go to this party, I don't want to speak to these friends. All they do is make fun of me, all they do is smirk in my face. I don't want to dance to that music, I don't want to faint, I'm okay. I just want to say that I'm sorry before I find it's too late. A while passes but she still stays, sees that girl that tries to steal him away. If he's not with her, where else could it be? So she runs her mouth, and as they scratch about, at the top of her voice she screams, I don't want to go to this party, I don't want to speak to these friends. All they do is make fun of me, all they do is smirk in my face. I don't want to dance to that music, I don't want to faint, I'm okay. I just want to say that I'm sorry before I find it's too late. As the commotion settles down, well, she falls despairingly on the ground, but as a familiar hand reaches in her view, she grows, you better wake up, now I've got something to say to you. I don't wanna go to this party. I don't wanna speak to these friends. All they do is make fun of me. All they do is smirk in my face. I don't wanna dance to that music. I don't wanna faint, I'm okay. I just wanna say that I'm sorry. I don't wanna go to this party. I don't wanna dance to my friends. All they do is make fun of me. All they do is smirk at my face. I don't wanna dance to that music. I don't wanna faint, I'm okay. I just wanna say that I'm sorry, and I promise we'll go and we'll never come back here again.
Brilliant stuff. That was an exclusive, brand new track. Oh, I'm not going to say just for us, but, you know,
Nice for the listening,
I think it's implied.
the
Really?
listening audience.
I'm having a bit of that. Well, we're going to listen to the new single in just a little bit. We will clarify exactly what... Well, I mean, there's a selection of body parts and all kinds of stuff going on for the percussionist next door. And I you know, because the drummers quite often get a bit of a raw deal on this show. We normally, you know, sometimes you don't even let them in, to be honest.
Just leave them on the steps,
like, you know,
outside.
Superfluous. However, you know, I'm just saying that if they're, you know, a bit imaginative, they can come in. They're all welcome.
Fine job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine job, gents.
But we're going to have a little chat with them in just a second. We've got some more songs to come. I just thought, I feel a little bit like, and I haven't done this because we established I don't drive and I don't have a car, but I do kind of feel like maybe I've let's have a little chat with our guests this afternoon. We've had our 2 songs from them. They're good. Played live.
Brilliant.
Didn't kill any of them.
Well
I'm
done,
quite pleased about that. As yet.
Well played.
Thank you very much.
So that new song literally is brand new. Never recorded anywhere.
Yeah, I wrote it the other week. We were going to come in and play one of the oldies kind of things like that. I mean, I suppose to people who have never heard of us, none of them are oldies really. But I think I just sort of felt, oh no, I really want to play this new song because I've just written it and I'm really happy with it. And I kind of, as a songwriter, I want to go a little bit more into like writing about characters and writing about stories and I think that particular song, This Party, was a funny one because I actually did go to a party and I hated it and it didn't end as nicely as the song does, but it
positive
kind of
spin on it then.
it's a different, exactly, it's a different spin, but it gave me the inspiration to write the song, which is definitely good. So yeah, I mean that's it. We're just trying different things in terms of the themes of our songs, rather than, I think, what, you know, there was still a little bit of the old teenage angst when we started out a few years ago, and now we're just moving into other areas, more characters, more different kind of things, you know, just try new things.
Yeah, because I always talk about, I'm always interested in sort of songwriting and lyrics and things, because I bang on about him a lot, but Springsteen, I love
Springsteen.
Yeah.
Love Springsteen.
We'll get to that, but no, I mean,
it's funny
Springsteen,
you say that because we were listening to. Well, actually, we listened to Slade on the way here. I made him listen to Slade. So look, I know Slade are an uncool band at the moment because, you know, various different 1973 Christmas singles, but they're great songs, you know.
Yeah. Oh no,
great
definitely.
musicians, you know. But no, Bruce Springsteen. I'm a big fan of the last year. I've definitely gotten into a lot of Bruce Springsteen. In fact, I was listening to the album. Born in the USA the other day.
Yeah.
It's a cracking album actually, and that song is always used in this kind of Republican patriotic born in the USA corny way, you know. And if you listen to the lyrics, of course, it's actually not. It's an anti-Vietnam War song. It's totally, you know, it's weird how it's kind of used in a different context as this kind of corny patriotic thing, kind of like I'm getting a bit deep now, aren't I? Kind of like a bit like Jerusalem is always used as a kind of patriotic song in this country. I mean, you know, the hymn, and it actually is basically saying, well, you know, this country's a bit of a dump, you know, we're not like Jerusalem. Jerusalem is how, do you see what I mean? It's, you know, it's interesting how America have got their own one, but that album's a great album, and it's all about different characters and different stories, and I think that actually it's funny you bring that up because I think that songs like This Party, in my own little way, perhaps they're not anti-war and not quite as deep as anything like that, but it's our lives, and I guess talking about people and characters that we know in the same way that Bruce Springsteen does.
Well, it's a medium to tell stories.
It is exactly.
It's exactly the same as just, you know, it's the same principle as just sitting down and telling a story, much like I do. Where I start off where I say I was drunk
quite
one
drunk.
night.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
same principle. It's
except
a different medium.
Except of course, you know, if you were actually listening to me telling the story of that, you get a bit annoyed because, but with the chorus, you know what I mean, getting repeated so many times. Can you imagine if someone actually like read out the lyrics to you? You get really annoyed because the fourth chorus. Yeah, I've heard that bit. That was earlier. You said that just a moment ago. But yeah,
it's a point worth saying.
It is a point worth saying.
3 to 4 times.
Yeah,
reiterate
that bit, you know,
and then closure
emphasis.
at the end.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Well, no, because I always find that with Springsteen, because I was having a chat with someone, I can't remember who it was, but someone else sort of saying, you know, do you sort of write songs as, like you say, as characters or as a third person, or are they sort of personal things? And they kind of made the good point that, you know, even if it is a third person, it's still kind of you writing as that third person, so they're still, you know, it's still a personal sort of songs,
totally,
sort of whichever way. It just depends which sort of spin you sort of put on it. But the one thing I love about Springsteen, and because I went to see him not long ago, and he did, you know, he does his epic sort of 3-hour set, and I wasn't not bored whatsoever. It was incredible. But it kind of occurred to me then that you've got essentially one of the biggest stars in the entire world. You know, he's 60 whatever he is, and yet when he, you know, like his last album is very much about the working man still.
Yeah.
And you just think, you know, if Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, anyone else was to do songs about the working man, you can't be like, come on, mate, you got like 57 cars in your garage.
Yeah,
you'd never buy it. But Springsteen, you're kind of like, yeah, I believe you're still down in the coal mines and working. I believe
It's
you're
sort of like the
still
American Billy Bragg, but yeah, a hell of a lot richer.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. Sorry, I can't help but talk about Bruce Springsteen. I really should move off of that. We got time for this. Do you want to listen to a different song, and you can tell me what you think about this? Because I've been sent some new stuff to listen to, and then we will play the new single. Before we do that, though, we did allude to it earlier. We've had some body parts being played for percussion. But do you want to fill the people in on what you brought with you today?
Tell them, Barney.
Okay, I'll tell them. I've got a yellow bucket, $1.99. A couple of fluffy sticks.
Excellent.
See, most drummers bring drums.
Yeah, but I'm a bit different. Yeah.
He's a bit different. You are a bit different, aren't you? Because when I asked you to bring drums earlier, you didn't bring drums. No, he brought a sandcastle maker.
Yeah.
And what is that? Is that for use for making cakes? Isn't
it's something used for making brown stew, which is horrible.
Listen to that.
Brown stew.
Brown stew.
So he's basically raided his mother's kitchen.
My mum has no idea I nicked it either.
She's listening. She does now.
Yep.
You're going to be in trouble when you get home, Barney.
So, to his credit, he is a bit different.
And it does work, though.
It did work.
Well, it confuses the rest of the band completely with what I'm going to do next.
They never know what's coming. It's true.
I did, because I had to go and find them, because they were on the right street. We weren't quite, right.
It happens, right?
Yeah, it does happen quite a lot. But
you don't want to take a wrong turning.
It was kind of a double take moment, because I saw two gentlemen walking down the street, one with guitar. I thought, oh, that's them. And then someone carrying a bucket with a couple of fluffy sticks sticking out of the top.
Does he know that Southampton is a port town, not a seaside?
Well, I was going to say there is no sand here, I'm afraid.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, and it's an elaborate bucket. It's one with the 4 towers on it as well.
It's subtly
castle one, yeah.
Oh,
elaborate.
Okay. We're talking about buckets here. Elaborate, okay, maybe stretching the points a little bit, especially at $1.99. But I think maybe you come from that kind of family where that's kind of norm. I just had a bucket.
Yellow buckets.
With the 4 towers on.
No pun intended, I did like to push the boat out.
Well.
With my sandcastle.
Yeah.
Still love it.
Well, good for you. I never had that luxury, I'm afraid.
No.
What
did you have?
I just had a bucket.
Did you ever create the moat?
Yeah.
Did you ever go for the moat?
Yeah. With the bridge.
Yeah, because you could the problem is that as soon as you got the moat, that was usually when the tide was coming in anyway.
Yeah.
So you get screwed because you have about 2 minutes to enjoy it. I'm like, yay! Because let's face it, you were all kids when we were doing this, hope, right? Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah. So we're like, yay, daddy! Yeah, I've done the moat. Yeah, it's fantastic. You're celebrating it all. The tide comes in, it's all gone smashed everywhere. Kids crying. 5 o'clock every day, Dawlish Beach. Never forget it.
We touched on something here, and that's going to be in a new song, I fear.
Yeah, that could be a story. Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
Well, actually,
sandcastles with moats. There you go.
I fear that we may go off topic again quite quickly. So I decided, executive decision, we're going to play the new single now, just to make sure that I do manage to get it in before the news, because these things do happen sometimes.
They do.
So we're going to play the new single,
yes,
which is Victoria. It, as we said earlier, there is the food-related video, which you can find on YouTube. You can also,
and I've got a new way of writing my own lyrics now. Thank you, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to use some ketchup in the kitchen.
Why not? Yeah.
Not on my food.
I look forward to the first song. What you're going to write?
With ketchup.
Yeah, and you can't
Bring it in.
use Alphabeti Sketty or any of that stuff,
No.
because that's a cop out.
Yeah.
We didn't use that.
No,
Anyone
you didn't.
that wants
No,
to check out the
you
video,
absolutely didn't.
We didn't.
No, this
It was
is all
incredibly inventive.
condiments.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But people can also can look you up on Facebook.
Yeah.
that's correct. At The Vinyls Official. And I'll say that one more time for you lovely listeners. The Vinyls Official. That's our Facebook page. And we do have a website, actually, at www.thevinyls.net.
So you can find the
We'll
video
stick that
on
on the
there,
Twitter feed,
but also the track itself is available free download.
It is.
Yeah.
If you go to our Bandcamp website, it's, again, The Vinyls Official. Or our SoundCloud website, again, The Vinyls Official. Pretty much that's if you type The Vinyls in on Google, we'll come up, and it's there's plenty of links to the free download.
Cool.
And you can also get there from the video itself on YouTube. If you type The Vinyls Victoria in on YouTube.
And I will do my very best because we've got a new sort of back office system with the Voice FM website now, which I've got to grips with the old one, got a new one thrown me, but hopefully eventually I'll get to grips with that, and we'll get the 2 tracks you did live. We'll get them edited down.
Oh, cool.
Obviously send them across to you, but then we will play them on the show again because they're rather good. And at the moment, we're the only ones we've got. One of them, which I quite like.
Brand new exclusive
Yeah,
song.
I like
Do you want to tell us what that was? What the songs were that you played again?
Just to remind
Sure,
us.
the first song we played was Hurry. That's going to be the next free download. We're not
Cool.
going to make that one out of food. We're going to do something for the video,
Yeah.
but we haven't decided yet. That's the next free download, and we expect to have that out by the end of August, fingers crossed.
Okay.
And the other song was a brand new song, total exclusive, called This Party.
Excellent.
Splendid. Well, in that case, we're going to play the single now. I'm going to say thank you very much to the Vinyls for coming
Yes.
in, braving the
Thank
heat.
you very much for
Thanks,
having us,
yeah.
and
Wicked.
thanks everyone
Absolutely,
on Voice
really
FM.
enjoyed that.
And thanks for getting the paracetamol as well.
That's all right.
That's
no
a good
worries.
rider.
Don't say we don't treat
In the heat,
the bands.
Yes.
it was about to get that nasty headache, and you just got it just
Yeah.
before, and we sorted it all out.
That's all right. That's what I'm here for.
We try to
I
help.
think so.
We try to help. Coming up after the news, we have MG. We got enough time for Victoria now. I might try and sneak another song in, or we might come back and fill some time. We'll see how it goes. But this is indeed the Vinyls and their new single, available for free download, Victoria.